To our channel Divya English Academy. In this video I am going to be explaining you English speaking course full details syllabus. Most of the people ask the question, what is the syllabus, what kind of activities will be there if you are teaching kids in online class. So this is also one kind of important questions that is being asked, so I thought of making this video for all the subscribers, viewers, parents, kids, those who want to join in our online course. Seats are always limited, and then it is better to give you information about our online English speaking classes. What are the activities that we do follow for teaching kids in the online class? Okay, so first of all, you need to make sure that our English speaking course has been divided into two parts. There can be various activities, but then mostly we have divided it into two parts. That means the first part is learning language. Learning language, there should be some activities, the topics, a trainer teaching systematically, following the orders, exercise, topic, content based, what it has to be going systematically from one after another. And then second thing is that whatever we teach, the way we are trying people to learn language, kids, the topic, content, exercise, based on that we should be having practice also, spoken practice. Most of the time it is being seen that all English speaking course people, what they do, just teach grammar, and then they don't give practice of speaking to the learners, which is very important. Practice of speaking means making people to speak English in tenses, sentences, stories, dialogues, spoken conversation, allowing them to speak. What will be the answer? How should you be speaking? Repeat after me. Having difficulty to speak the sentence. Okay, I am speaking. Now you speak after me, step by step, something like that. So without taking much time, I think let's give here full details. So first of all, now when we talk about learning language systematically, it will begin from the alphabet. Fine. So as we know that there are 26 alphabet in English language, as you can see here. The pronunciation, the sounds of the letters. In the beginning, when we talk about learning English language systematically, so first of all, any language, it begins from their alphabet. So the alphabet, 26 alphabet, it makes 46 sounds, the sounds of the letters, which are very important with examples. For example, vowel sounds, consonant sounds, 5 vowels giving 22 sounds. How to join the sounds of the vowels and consonant in English word in order to find out the correct meaning, sorry, in order to find out the correct pronunciation of that particular word, pronouncing the words very correctly by joining the vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Fine. And then consonant sounds with examples, vowel sounds in examples. After that is called identification, identifying sounds of the words. Yeah, for example, there is a English word, in that we just need to try to identify which one is here vowel, which one is here consonant. It is easy to find out consonant and vowel, but finding out the sounds, vowel A is giving here what kind of sound, and consonant S is giving here what kind of sound. The sounds of the letters are very important. So for example, I say you VUSY, Visi. So B here consonant, U here vowel, S here consonant, Y here also consonant. Fine. And then sometime Y is used as a semi vowel also. So, and then this is giving the pronunciation sound busy, as consonant is giving here the sound z, z, b, z, z, e, and the Y semi vowel E sound is also coming there if we think about this. And VUS, bus, a, vowel U giving sound a, b, bu, b, as, so, bus. Okay, so sounds of the letters. making sure that how to identify them, vowel sounds, consonant sounds, identifying the sounds in words, and then WH question with meaning, WH question word meanings. Fine. When, time, where, place, who, person, why, reason, what, object, idea, action, which, choice, whose, possession, whom, person in objective case, how, manner, how much, price, amount, uncountable, how many, number, quantity, countable, how long, duration, how far, physical distance, how often, frequency. Frequency means how many times. One time, sometime, always, never, seldom, rarely, occasionally, frequently. Knowing the WH question word meanings are very important, because any conversation will take place, it is because of the way we ask question. Any conversation, it begins with question. If we know how to ask question, or how to understand question, how to answer question, so all those things will depend on having ability to identify the questions for asking, understanding, and replying the answers. And then after that, the next topic will be 24 auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs, very important. There are three main things for learning English. What are they? 24 auxiliary verbs, 12 tenses, and then 8 parts of speech. So now 24 auxiliary verbs is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need, dare, used to. Children getting the ideas of 24 auxiliary verbs, how are they used in tenses, sentences, how the sentences can be made. And then after that is called subject pronoun in, okay, so that means subject pronoun use in WH questions, how to use the pronouns in questions. For example, subject pronoun, what are the subject pronoun? I, we, you, he, she, it, they. How these subject pronouns can be used in WH questions. For example, what am I teaching? I known here as a pronoun, subjective pronoun. Use of the pronouns, subjective pronoun with WH question words, which is also very important. English grammar, very important. Noun, its kinds, and then with practice sessions. And what is noun? Naming word, different kinds of noun, proper noun, common noun, abstract noun, material noun. Fine. Knowing the nouns. Fine. Naming words, all the naming words are categorized into 5 categories, so that we understand what kind of naming word. It remains the same, it should not be taken lightly. Noun, gender, these things are important for kids learning language from the beginning, and then when they learn according to systematically, so they develop the word power also from that. When we talk about noun, number, gender, maybe in that also they are learning English words, and then learning English word will help them to develop their word power in English language, which is very important. Because any language we speak, understand, it is because of the word power. We have the word power, that means we know enough words in that particular language, we are able to speak and understand. Fine. So it is being done something like this. And then pronoun understanding, very important. What is pronoun? Personal pronoun, I, me, my, mine, myself, very important, which has to be followed. Different kinds of pronoun are there. And then, so 8 parts of speech, actually when we talk about 8 parts of speech, all English words are categorized into 8 parts of speech. And then studying 8 parts of speech will give us to get mastery in English words, to identifying any English words according to 8 parts of speech, their meaning, the uses. We learn 8 parts of speech in order to use English words very correctly in sentences, tenses, whatever it may be, as well as to understand whenever any English words are used, to understand their order of using in the sentences, their role of using in the sentences. Role in the sense means, for example, what is an adjective? Adjective are those words which describe every parts of speech except a noun, pronoun, and interjection, or which describe verb, and then adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, adverb of time. All those things are there, but understanding it is very important. What is pronoun? Pronoun are those English words what they do, they are used in place of noun. So understanding something like this will help us to improve our English words and then learn the language also. This is called learning language activities. Find learning language systematically, following the various topics contents for learning language in the online course and getting aware of this. Adjective, and then after that is called adjective and its kind. Next, the adjective of degree: good, better, best, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Not beautiful, beautiful, or beautifulest, not like that. And three forms of verb. Word power very important: go, went, gone, write, wrote, written, say, said, said, do, did, done, speak, spoke, spoken, tell, told, told, write, wrote, written, think, thought, thought, walk, walked, walked, say, said, said. Learning three forms of verb is very important: first form, second form, third form. There are five forms of the verb which also can be studied well. Adverb. What is adverb? Adverb are those words which describe verb or every parts of speech except noun, pronoun, and interjection. That we must be making sure about that. So now next, what we should be getting aware of. So next we must be making aware of ourselves that the use of preposition, the next content, how it has to be used, the use of preposition, kinds of preposition. What is preposition? Preposition are those words which are used before noun and pronoun to show its relation. Preposition. Fine. That means it's talking about the position. Preposition. What is the position of English words and then how are they used? Conjunction are those words which are used to join two words, two sentences, two phrases, two clauses. Joining words, conjunction. What kind of words are there for joining English words? That we must be making sure for that. And next is after that, interjection, the words which express the emotion, sudden feelings. Hurrah, we won a match. It can be happiness, it can be sad. So these are the topic activities: grammar, learning language systematically, something like that. And then subject verb agreement with helping verb. Subject has to agree with helping verb. What are the subject? Personal pronouns: I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Singular, plural. How singular, plural? Subject has to be agreed with the auxiliary verb, helping verb. Making sure that how to use is, am, are, was, were. Is with singular, are with plural, am with I, was with singular, were with plural. The common mistake: you was, not you was, you were. They were, not they was. And then subject verb agreement with the tenses. Subject verb agreement with the tenses. According to tenses: is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. How it has to be used in tenses: present, past, future. Making sure improving word power in different topics, according to different topics, making sure we keep on improving the word power. This was the grammar, learning about the grammar structure while learning English language. And then little bit when we talk about the advanced level of learning language, so what we should be following: models, boys. What are model verbs? Model verbs are used in various ways to talk about ability and then disability, permission, asking permission, giving permission, probability, lack of necessity. All those things are there. Permission. And then voice, very important: active, passive voice. I am given, I am not given, am I given, am I not given, what am I given, what am I not given. So making sure that how it has to be done. So, and then direct, indirect speech, also very important: learning the structure of language. If somebody said something, how it has to be said. Fine. For example, uh, I said to him, or he said to me, and then how it has to be explained: he told me that, something like that. So when we study the this topics, and then next is called, after that we should be making sure how all these topics can be followed very systematically. And then next we talk about Get uses, how to use get in various ways. Fine. Like get has lot of meanings. I have made a video for this. Get plus, for example, how are you going to get there? Going to get there, reaching somewhere. So can you get it for me? Different meanings are there, so we should be making sure that uses of get. Fine, for example, get back, and then get done. Wish, criticism, and regards. How to talk in English language if we need to wish. So how it has to be talked. For example, wishing in English. Criticizing, you should not be speaking. You should not have spoken something like this. Criticizing to someone. And this we need to be making sure. One student is trying to join here, to whom I don't want at this time to get join here in this online class, because this time I'm explaining the course and syllabus. Talking about the past events, how it has to be talked about the past events. Talking about the past event, and then ability and offers, how to talk about ability and offering somebody to something, and then past habits, used to, like anything which we used to do in the past but we don't do it now. If you want to talk about that, so at that case we use the past indefinite. Dear student, you need to wait now. You have to wait now. Actually, at this time I'm live and explaining the course. Otherwise you remain here silent, and then when I ask you, then you need to respond. Otherwise you leave, and then maybe you can join after mm, after 10-15 minutes you can join again. Otherwise, if you want to join and then be silent here and just understand, mute your mic, and then just keep on listening. You supposed to be joining at that time when I was telling you, but if you are joining in between, that's all right. Now mute your mic, mute your mic. Yes, mute your mic. Yeah. So now next, when we talk about, it's called likes and dislikes. How to talk about likes and dislikes. If anyone likes something, how it has to be talked about that, and then a request, permission, decisions, and then all those things are there. This English speaking course, when we talk about this, was all about the learning language content on topic, something like that, for the kids, the basic level, or it's some extent in advanced level also. Now the second part, as I said you, that the second part, it is fully for the spoken practice. Language course has been divided into two parts. First is learning language by using various contents, or like learning systematically from the trainer, from a coach, and from the tutor, following various topics, understanding the topics of English language according to grammar, making sure how it has to be followed out. After doing all those things, that will be keep on running in one side, as most of people they do it. But the important practice and the important thing in English which has to be done, that is called speaking practice, making people to speak out English language, which is very important. How it is possible? Allowing them to speak it out, and then making them to speak, having practice with them, allowing them to practice to speak out after the trainer, after the tutor. For example, introducing, how introduction has to be given out. For example, this student is here, and now I allow him to speak out and to give the introduction.
Yes, sir. My name is Aryan and I'm
Loudly,
studying
speak
7th
loudly,
standard.
clearly, and little slowly. Should not be rushing.
My name is Aryan and I'm studying 7th standard in Kendra Vidyalaya School, and my hobbies are to play cricket and to do my homework.
Okay, very good. You can mute your mic. Yeah, so making people to speak language, something like this, allowing them to speak it out, and then after that We have made a one kind of format for how introduction has to be done, what are the important things that should be mentioned there, for example name, place name, and then age, the school name, the class, hobbies, ambitions, little bit information about parents, something like that. Then practicing English in six sentences, which is very important that we follow practicing English in six sentences with the noun, with ing, with the wh, various things are there, allowing people to speak English first of all in sentences so that they pick up some confident in speaking English at least in sentences. And like is a Marbosber with noun. He was at market. No, he wasn't at market. Was he at market? Wasn't he at market? Why was he at market? Why wasn't he? And then he was in office. No, he wasn't in office. Be used with verb form and then making six sentences also. For example, he is playing. No, he's not playing. He's playing cricket. He's not playing cricket. Is he playing cricket? Is he not playing cricket? Why is he playing? When is he playing? Where is he playing cricket? Where is he not playing cricket? With whom is he playing? Whom is he playing cricket with? And then WH question practice one is spoken. How question, how do, how is, how are, how was, how will, how can. And then interrogative questions, yes no questions, using all the auxiliary verbs in front and then trying to make WH questions. And then conversation questions, various conversation questions for conversation practice. How long do you, how long does it, when, why, where, and were you there, various kinds of questions are there. And then 12 sentences very important for practicing. I teach English, I taught English, I will teach English, I am teaching English, I was teaching English, I will be teaching English, I have taught English, I had taught English, I will have taught English, I have been teaching English, I had been teaching English, I will have been teaching English. Making kids to practice English in 12 tenses, because English, in English language there are three tenses, it has four parts, so altogether it becomes 12. And then allowing them to speak in six sentences also, like negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative, WH and WH negative also. All the 12 tenses has to be practiced in six sentences also. After that, having conversation based on that is more important. Understanding how questions can be asked and how the answers can be given based on the question. Storytelling activity is very important, making kids to speak a story, helping them to remember or learn a story in English language, and then after that speaking it out. Speech competition for kids, making kids to give a speech on various topics. Opportunity them to speak out something in English language, a small speech. They learn English from others also while listening. Group discussions, debate one by one or in the group. Role playing also, somebody some student is given a role like patient and doctor, how doctor has to speak and deal with the patient, and how patient need to be express his sickness to the doctors. And then practicing models in six sentences, poise in six sentences, public speaking, verbal, non-verbal, accuracy versus fluency, very important, making sure that we should not be speaking slow English with a lot of mistakes, we should not be speaking fast English with a lot of mistakes, and then slow English in correct way also, maintaining always fluency versus accuracy. Let our language to be fluent and then as well as it is accurate also. Writing skills over there, following, making sure that it has to be followed by the students. And then along with that there are four skills to be developed. Listening activities for the spoken English, listening, speaking, which is very important, reading, and then writing, thinking in English, sometimes singing in English. All these activities are very important for developing English language. So this was little bit the small information about this English speaking course, what are the contents, how it has to be followed for the kids. And then now learning English language, it takes time, it is not possible to learn within short period of time. Most of the people, they call for their kids to learn language, and then that they want to learn language within 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Minimum 3 to 4 months are required for the kids to get some knowledge about English language and then do the practice. That's always better. But instantly learning and then pressuring kids, it is not possible. Learning language is process, it takes time, step by step. We can keep on going. For some kids maybe 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, and then learning language is lifelong process also. But learning language from an expert will help us to get aware of what is learning language all about, what are the topics, how do they function, how practically takes place in the conversation, what are the ways of speaking and then practicing English language, having interaction with each other. All those things will be included in that. So this was the all about the syllabus, or all about the English speaking topics, activities, and then all those things, how it has to be done. And then hope most of the parents will get clarity, because if they ask about the course details, the topics and all, so the video is made, this video will give you the more clarity about your English speaking course. But don't expect it happening within 1 month. It takes the time, because we take the classes based on the practice performance of students. If students are doing better, then we go to the next topic. We don't allow just finishing topics without understanding and having enough practice the lives of students. So if students are thoroughly confident in the speaking practice, then we go to the gradually next step by step different topics. And then our charges for the students are minimum, and the fee I think it's taken in the monthly basis, and the course basis also something like that. Mostly we are trying to take it in monthly basis so that parents feel comfortable paying it. And then we requires always the serious students to get participated in this online class, which is very important, because they have to learn language very systematically. If they learn language systematically, pay attention learning language, then it is going to be very easy for them to develop English language. So dear parents, kids, viewers, friends, I could keep this small information, introduction, explanation about English speaking course. How does it really function? There are other things also, I think, which I could not mention within this, that we keep on developing according to the situation when we are teaching kids, finding out what are the things that we need to improve where kids are lacking, like how better we can make it for our kids in the online class. So hope you like this video, and then education in our country, and then especially we give the better understanding about English language, and then we trained the kids of our country, the learner, the students, the adults, in better way to learn English language in all aspects: spoken, conversation, reading, listening, writing, in various grammar, all ways, like all aspects of the learning language. And then mostly we want to make sure that all of them, they have confidence in speaking and understanding language very confidently. So, and then thanks for watching this video. So do subscribe this YouTube channel and hit that notifications bell to be the first one to know when we upload videos related to language, online class, spoken, conversation, grammar. Our video quality of uploading is not up to that level. Whatever is coming as whatever is truth there, so we are just uploading videos. We are not trying to show the only positive part of our videos. When our kids are practicing the mistakes they are making, and then that is also uploaded there. So don't think that it is going like that. We just keep on uploading whatever the reality is there. There is no time also to edit video and all. But it doesn't mean that always the raw material kind of videos are going to come. There will be good videos also when students, they keep on developing and learning step by step, months after months. The mistake what they made in the previous video, you won't be able to see that in the next video also. So thank you so much, dear learners, and hope let's meet in the online class. Yes, dear students, are you there now?